There's something about going to a food eatery, not knowing what's going on in the news, and then being told by your comment section, hey, it's a good thing you didn't eat such and such, because you could have almost died. That's me now, because apparently there's an E. coli outbreak at McDonald's, and this guy went there last week for his YouTube channel. I'm grateful. I'm grateful y'all told me after the fact. At least it was said at all. Chin Dobra YouTube epitome to another episode of Atticus Eats, and my dear friends, something shocking, amazing, and beautiful has occurred here in Southern California. There's these big puffy grayish white things in the sky, and I hear that they're called clouds. And they have brought with them a cooling factor from the harsh sun, and it's finally autumn here in Southern California. It's breezy today. My thermostat says it's a nice 70 degrees out. Shut your face, you northerners. I know that's nothing for you, but let us enjoy it down here in the Southlands. And, oh my goodness, I am just tickled pink, my dear friends. I am so grateful. It is cool. It is crisp. It goes from about 70, high 60s in the daytime, and it swings all the way down to the mid-40s at night. And oh my word, is it a time and a half. It finally feels like autumn. It was only, you know, like almost 2 months late. But that's okay. Better late than never. Better late than never. And so, to celebrate this auspicious autumnal occasion, we need to invoke all that is right in harvest time. And my dear friends, for the first time today, we have headed over to Panera Bread. We are eating at Panera Bread today. I wanted warm, wholesome comfort food, definitely more than a few steps above anything like fast food or anything like that, and something that just invokes the power of the season. But I wanted to show this to you all. Apparently at Panera Bread, they have distinguished me as the American Telephone and Telegraph Company, so I'm moving up in the world. Yay, communication devices. But anyway, it's made with love, apparently. We'll see about that. I can taste love in food. We've got our collection of napkins here, which we will need today. And my dear friends, as is fitting for autumn time, we are going to be partaking in their duo deal that they have. I forget the actual name of it. But we are, oh my word. Okay, I'm excited. Sorry, hold on. I have a sandwich, but they also included bread. And look at how deliciously glutinous this bread is. And it's warm. I don't care. I don't care if it's carbohydrates. I don't care. I will eat this gluten because I know that there are many watching this video who cannot eat gluten. And so I eat gluten for their benefit. I am their avatar. It's just how we roll. But my dear friends, today, let go bread. Come on. Okay. We are partaking in a combination that goes back through the ages as being miraculous and glorious. We are going to be partaking in their creamy tomato soup and a half of a grilled cheese sandwich. Fully and completely pure autumnal goodness. And I can't wait to partake in it with you. This soup here is lava hot, like absurdly so. So I'm gonna very carefully not scald myself is the goal of today's video. I'm gonna take the lid off. Oh, it smells glorious. Oh, my friends, it smells glorious. People walking their dogs nearby in front of my car, apparently. Okay, you have fun with that. All right. Set that there. Oh my goodness. Oh, it almost smells like a spaghetti sauce. Like a creamy spaghetti sauce. Hopefully I don't drop this and have it go everywhere, because that would be absolutely heartbreaking. I'm gonna sit here to prevent scaldage. Oh, that gentle taste. Oh, I can't wait to put my face in this. Oh my word. While we're waiting for it to become less scalding, let's go ahead. We're going to take to the YouTube comment section straight away, my dear friends. Let's go ahead and do some storytelling right out of the gate. And oh my goodness, my friends, while I am serenading you with my voice and answering this question, go ahead and get yourself something to eat as well. And we can sit down and chill and eat together once my soup gets to a place of appropriate temperature. But in looking here at the YouTube comment section questions, there was one in particular that I really loved here on my list. Let me see if I can find it. Aha, yes, right here. This was very exciting because it's something I don't get to speak often on. But Robbie McGuire 5098 on YouTube asks, Atticus, I would love to hear about your experience filming your scene in Hancock. And for those of you who don't know, the movie Hancock is a movie. It starred Will Smith, and it had a bunch of other people in it. Jason Bateman and a few other people. And it also was directed by the one and only Peter Berg. And let me tell you, that to this day is probably one of the most exciting, fun, joy-filled movie experiences that I've ever had the pleasure of encountering. So, for those of you who don't know, when you are in the development phase of a project, that project can go through many different iterations, rewrites, studio preferences, etc. And so that was the same for the movie Hancock. And it was such an amazing experience because I got to be a part of that audition process very early on in the movie. When I first got involved in it, the code name for the movie was something like He Walks at Night or something like that. And just right from the get-go, it was a very... oh, wow. I thought I was about to watch a fight break out over here, and it was two people who knew each other and they were trolling. That was scary. I watched a dude lift a box up over his head like he was about to bust out a windshield. Wow. Okay. That threw me. I got scared. I'm okay now. Let me recompose myself. Anyways, so for Hancock, the audition process, I actually originally auditioned for the main kid, who was Jason Bateman's son in that movie. And that was its own really awesome experience and a lot of fun. And what ended up happening is that I did a couple of auditions for that character, and then Peter Berg wanted to meet me. And this is long before he did Lone Survivor and movies like that. And it was so cool because I got to go to his office at Sony Studios. And what a lot of people don't know is Peter Berg is a Christian. He is a believer. And oh my word, he is, to this day, one of my all-time favorite directors that I have ever had the pleasure of working with. And I so desperately hope that I get the opportunity to work with him again because he is just phenomenal. I love his work. I love the movies he makes. Hancock was no different, just as a viewer, let alone being able to take part in a scene in that movie, right? And he was so nice to me. He just sat down, started to talk with me in his office and get to know me, and my mom was there and his secretary was there. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, he's like, "Do you believe in God, Atticus?" And I go, "Yes, I do." And he goes, "That's fantastic. I do too. Do you believe in Jesus?" And I go, "Yes." And he goes, "That's wonderful. What are you thankful for?" And me being a little boy, I was like, "I'm thankful for Arizona green tea and my mom." Because I loved Arizona green tea growing up. And it was so sweet. And he goes, "Well, would you pray with me right now and we'll just thank God for these things?" And we did! And it was so cool! He was such an amazing guy. And so the long and the short of it was, he knew that because of the demands of the role, I would not necessarily be right for it from a physical standpoint, or he had concerns of that, is what it was. And so he didn't hire me to play the main kid, but he was so impressed with me that he wanted me to be able to be in the movie somehow. And he wrote in the bus stop scene in the beginning of the movie and gave that to me as a role. And it was so awesome. Oh, it made me so stinking happy. And then they had me in the publicity in the beginning and everything. And oh, you guys, that was such an adventure. And you want to know what else is really cool? A lot of people don't know this. My mom has actually done some acting because of me. A little bit of acting, but it was there. And my mom and I, we were in 2 movies together. And my mom also played a role in Adventures in Odyssey. She was a neighbor that in one of the episodes, I think Emily and Zoe as characters went to go speak with. And casting, my mom was with me going to a recording. And they placed her in the movie. But what it was is that Peter Berg was like, hey, we can't have some kid just wandering around on his own in the middle of LA. We need him to have a parent with him. And then he goes, hey, Atticus, does your mom want to be in the movie? And I was like, yeah, I think she does. Mom, do you want to be in the movie? My mom's like, what? But she was a background actress, and she was my mom in Hancock, which was absolutely stupendous. And Will Smith was as nice as could be. He is so ridiculously and amazing, kind and nice. He was so just real for me, really encouraging, and treated me so well, with so much respect, so much kindness. Oh my goodness. I will take my recording Hancock and being able to be a part of that movie. I will take those memories to the grave. They are just so beyond precious to me. And Robbie McGuire, thank you from the bottom of my heart for asking about that movie, because that is something that, you know, a lot of people who are really good OG fans will know. But it's something that doesn't get talked about often, because everybody wants to usually hear about the middle. And rightfully so. Oh my goodness. Okay. Ooey gooey thunderous cheese of glory. Look at that. This is an American classic, y'all. This right here, this is autumn food. You can keep your pumpkin spice latte. I'll have one of these. So I need to find a way to eat this without spilling it all over myself. And also enjoyably. I want to eat like I mean it. Alright. Oh my word! Oh my word! Oh. Ooey, gooey, cheesy, glory. Oh, and that soup. It's so warm and inviting and mellow. Oh. Yes, please. Wow. It's just coming to me now. The memory of that one episode of The Middle, where I think it's Frankie with her sister, and they're talking about Frankie's mom, and how Frankie's mom would always put potato chips in the center of a grilled cheese sandwich, and it gives it like that extra texture. My mom and I began doing that actually at home after that episode came out. We would take wavy Lays and stick them in the center of the grilled cheese sandwich after it's done cooking. And oh my gosh, that's a time and a half. That's a time and a half for sure. Holy guacamole, my friends. Oh. That's amazing. I don't know why the cheese got so burnt on the inside. It almost has like a burnt skin, but it doesn't taste burnt. So, I think we're okay. But, yeah, we'll see. There's a lot of texting going on. I'm sorry, friends. The lady walking her dog came back. The dog is sniffing a tree right now. Ah, the visual entertainment of dashboard dining. It's just a big, fluffy piece of white bread, too. Wow. I will say, for the record, this is amazing. Genuinely. But, I personally feel that I make better grilled cheese sandwiches at home. The reason being, I let them sit in the pan and toast more, and on the bread, and it gives just that little whisper of a crunch, especially when you're dipping it in your soup, where you still have some pleasant texture. That's the only thing that this is lacking, is that little bit of crunchy, you know, vibrations in the skull deliciousness. But it's still really good. I'm curious if they actually, like, literally took the cheese and grilled it in a pan, and that's why it's so dark. Doing a quick phone check just to make sure nothing's blowing up. No, it's my friend Bubba. My friend Bubba is hilarious, so you all have heard me mention Bubba before. And the way that Bubba texts is that he doesn't hit the enter key to create a new paragraph. He sends a message, and then he starts a new message for his new paragraph. And that's always funny to me, because he'll literally be giving, like, several different thoughts, but he breaks it up over the course of, like, 6 to 10 messages. And it sounds like my phone is trying to do dueling banjos when he types me. Oh, I got a dribble of tomato soup on my jeans. That's gonna leave a mark. Oh, well. Alright. That was insanely good. Alright. So, food review of the grilled cheese sandwich in and of itself. 100% it's 7 out of 10. Rich, delicious, cheesy, gooey flavor. Great, fluffy bread. But it just lacks the crunch that I make from my own grilled cheese sandwiches. But, to each their own. If you like things really soft, you'll love this. Now we need to break into the roll of bread with our tomato soup. Sourdough roll! Oh yeah. Gluten! I'm getting all nice and warm inside from this soup. Feels like someone's hugging my innards. Did you hear it? This is what you dip into your sandwich. Your soup. This soup is fantastic. It's definitely got a basil-y tone. Very light, vinegary, acidic taste from the tomato. But it's got a creaminess to it. Very bright, but very warm. And this is outstanding for a tomato soup. Creamy, delicious. All of the different, like, seasonings, you know, spices that they have in there. Herbs. Pristine. This is definitely probably one of the best tomato soups you can get out in the world. Outside of, like, making something at home or what have you. And actually, this reminds me, this was a really cool treat that Maricela, our craft service lady, made for us in the mornings when we would have our mid-morning snack, and it would usually be something hot. Right around this time of year, September, October, November, she'd start busting out the grilled cheese sandwiches and tomato soup by, like, the 20-gallon vats. And man, that was such a comforting treat. When you're really hungry and you didn't really eat too much for breakfast, and, you know, the demands of the day kind of begin wearing on you, and you need a second wind before you get to lunch to get your third wind. Man, tomato soup and a grilled cheese, beyond solid. Beyond solid. Friends, I'm gonna keep nibbling on this. I'll be right back to answer some more awesome questions. Don't go anywhere. Oh my goodness. Friends, that was probably the best soup that I have gotten outside of home in a very, very, very long time. So as a full-fledged food review, for all of you who may not have ever had access to Panera Bread or are considering going, you know, unfortunately it is kind of expensive. It is, but that's like everything now. But I went, going in there, getting that food, all fresh, all fantastically made. I'm gonna say that the grilled cheese sandwich, like I had mentioned earlier, is a 7 out of 10. And that's purely because the lack of crispiness on the bread, the lack of toastage on the bread. Otherwise, it would be a much higher rating. That soup is 100% a 9 out of 10. Absolutely fantastic, not overtly herbally, but still depth of flavor. Perfect temperature soup. That was stupendous. And a 9 out of 10 for that deliciously glutinous bowl of sourdough bread. It was absolutely fantastic. What happened, though, is I looked down and I realized that I was so ravenous for the food, I completely forgot about the beverage that I got, because it's a unique beverage for Panera Bread. And so, we're looking at all the sips. My dear friends, I also procured for myself a blueberry lavender lemonade. And this is outstanding. This is fantastic. I was honestly curious as to see how much it would taste like tree. And this does have a nature-esque flavor, but it's in a good way. It tastes like very, very, very fresh, bright blueberries, and yet it's got that little bit of that warm lavender hue, coupled with the bright pop of the citrus of the lemonade. And this is a home run. If you like interesting drinks that are kind of colorful and make you feel healthy when you drink them, this would definitely be it for you all. It's a bit sweet. Even for me, I have kind of more of a sweet tooth, so, you know, it might be to each their own there in that regard. So use discretion. But I do think that if you enjoy tree-esque style drinks, but that are really good, give this a try for yourselves. Yeah. Very, very solid. Very solid. Okay, so my dear friends, I am a bit short on time because I'm needing to head home in time to get set up for a live stream on my Twitch channel. And in case, I know I had to kind of speed through this last time, so I'm going to share with you all now. There are a couple links in the description box below. I would greatly help me out and bless me if you could check them out for me, my dear friends. There's the link to my Twitch channel, which, for those of you who don't know, I am a live streamer on Twitch, a Christian live streamer on Twitch. I do a lot of video game playthroughs and gaming as a whole, not only solo, but with my friends as well. And it's so insanely awesome. It's such an incredibly fun time, and I go live 3 times a week, every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific. So definitely come and hang out, say hi, and please be kind and obey the rules for the chat. But I would love to have you there if you do so. And also, my dear friends, the link to my Cameo page is down in the description box below. The holiday season is upon us. Root-de-doo and Dickory Dock. Because just exactly at 12 o'clock, he'll be coming down the chimney now. And, I definitely would love to be able to make your holiday season extra special. So for whatever it is that you're celebrating, you know, Halloween will be after, Halloween will have passed by the time this is uploaded. But for any of your Thanksgiving Day celebrations, Christmas celebrations, Hanukkah celebrations, New Year's celebrations, birthdays, anniversaries, starting a new job, you know, you got your teeth whitened, whatever it may be, please give me the opportunity to make your special days extra special. It would greatly bless me. It helps me and supports me with the work that I do here on the channel. Also, be sure to hit the thumbs up button on this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and be sure to share this video on all of your social media. That also goes a long way in helping me out, pushing the video through the algorithm that is YouTube. But before we go, let's go ahead and answer one more question from the YouTube comment section. This was another great one that was asked only just recently. And this is Alex Silva, WX, on YouTube, asks, do you ever watch reruns of The Middle? If yes, do you find yourself critiquing your own performance? Fantastic question, because it does have an in-depth answer. I do not ever watch reruns of the show. Actually, right around season 6, unless I was doing a live tweet, like when an episode was airing, the network would ask me to like tweet live along with the episode, I would actually just never watch the show. Because when I would watch the show, my memory works in such a way where every single scene that is in the show, I remember what it was like to film that scene that day and everything that went on surrounding it, and I relive it in Technicolor. So for me to maintain my own sanity and not relive a lot of different days of my life, I just do not watch the show. And coupled with that, I don't watch it because I do end up critiquing things where I go, that could have been different. Oh, but no, wait, the director wanted it this way. Oh, no, wait, I had to do whatever Eileen said, you know, blah, blah, blah. And so yes, there is so much that goes on in my Hobbit mind when I'm watching the show. I just can't. The last episode that I watched going through, and actually sitting down and watching it, was the finale, because I wanted to see how the finale turned out. And of course, I had more of a vested interest in the finale episode of the show because they let me create Brick's flash forward scene. And so I will talk about that more in depth on a behind the scenes of the middle episode here, hopefully soon. But yeah, no, so that was the last episode that I watched sitting all the way through, and I'm like, cool, I'm good, you know. That's done. I'm alright. It ended well. I'm thankful. And, that's about that. So anyways, my dear friends, a little bit more of a shorter video today, but still an incredibly fun video. I had a blast hanging out with you all as per usual, and my dear friends, I can't wait till next week. Please do all of those awesome things that help me out, like I said. Again, it goes a long way to helping me out. I also love being able to read all of your comments in the comment section and see and listen to all the different stories that you have to tell and share. So thank you all for being you. I just got a dog hair in my eye. I'm okay. Thank you all for being you. I can't wait to see you all next week. God bless. Do vidzenia.
I just want a great life. Something where I feel like I just didn't waste time. Something I look back and say that was a great time. Cause man, I just hate when the years pass by the way